One benefit to aging is you gain wisdom as you get older. And a lot of it is just observational wisdom. You see what goes on and you get wiser and you learn. And that's why a lot of times when you're young and you're a youth, you make a lot of mistakes because you are impulsive. One good thing about aging is you gain patience, and that's one very important thing, patience. But a lot of that comes along with patience is wisdom, and that comes as you age. Particularly with, you know, watching how people change, watching how people act and behave, and things like that. And when it comes to the red pill, you know, one of the mistakes that I made when I was younger was I made the mistake, being impulsive because I'm young, to think that I knew it all and to think that, you know, uh, everything is going to be the same as it is now. As a man, what you want to do is slow improvement, nice and steady improvement, slow progress. And I'm not saying don't accept rapid progress if it comes. That's not what I mean either. But a lot of times, what young people do is they can't see into the future. They can't picture what life will be like in 10, 20 years. And they think they have to have everything now. And a lot of life is patience. A lot of what comes in life is waiting for the right moments for things to happen. There's all kinds of moments in life, and a lot of times it happens gradually, incrementally, right? Your moments will happen slowly and assuredly, right? But if you're young and you're impulsive, you want to push things, you want to push the envelope. And this is why a lot of times young people end up in jail, or a lot of times young people end up with the wrong person, or they end up in bad friendships, so they end up or even they end up messing friendships up with the right person, or relationships up with the right person because they're impulsive and they think with their emotions, or they act on their emotions. As you get older and you get more mature, one of the biggest lessons to learn is patience. And one of the biggest lessons to learn is to act out of wisdom, act out of thinking things through. Also, another thing to do as you get older is just to lay low, stay out of people's way. Don't get involved with drama. Don't get, I would even say, limit to a good extent your friends. Limit your friendships. You don't want to be sucked into other people's drama. You don't want to be sucked into other people's energy. A lot of times it's negative energy. That's why mostly I just roll solo. I take care of my family. That's it. You know, family, God. I don't really have many friends. There's some people I talk to every once in a while here and there, but I'm not. It's not like when I was younger where I felt like, oh, I needed to go hang out with people. I needed to go be part of the group, et cetera, et cetera. No, man. As you age, as you get older, take care of yourself. Take care of your home. Take care of your finances. Take care of your health. Take care of your family, and that's it. And that's really all you got energy and time for. When you're young, you got all kinds of energy, so you think you got all the time in the world. And that's a mistake that a lot of people make. My mom used to say that her mom used to say, uh, youth is wasted on the young. Think about that. Youth is wasted on the young. Well, when you're young, you're just kind of dumb. You don't know much. You don't have much wisdom. And you're impulsive a lot of times. It's rare for, say, a 20-year-old or a 22-year-old to be well thought out. They're so caught up in their emotions. They're caught up in their testosterone. They're caught up in their abundant amount of energy at that moment. But in 5 years it'll be different. In 10 years it'll be different. 20 years it'll be different. Life changes, and it changes incrementally, and there's phases, and there's flows, and there's ebbs, and there's it's like a wave. There's a high wave, and then there's a break. There's a high wave, and there's a break. Not always that high, not always that much of a break, but there's different flows to life. There's different frequencies, and whatever frequency you're in, stay in that frequency and plan, right? Plan. And again, those pillars, you have to have like a set of, um, I would say, I don't know if standards is the right word, but you need some cornerstone ways of living life. I can't think of the word, but so again, health, take care of your spiritual health between you and God, take care of your physical health, how you're eating, how you're exercising, take care of your emotional and your mental health. Are you happy? Are you laughing? Are you enjoying things? Right? Are you dealing with your emotions correctly? Right? Take care of your health, man, in all those aspects. Right? You want to think longevity. You want to think for the rest of your life. How, what moves do I need to make for peace? What moves do I need to make for sustainability? What moves do I need to make for longevity in life? A lot of people, they can't see past next Tuesday. They can't see past next month. Think about the long term. Think 10, 20 years and make moves accordingly. And again, have a cornerstone. What do you need? You need to take care of your health. You need to take care of your finances. You need to take care of your family. You need to take care of the basics and just stick with the basics. A lot of times people are like, oh, I want to get rich, or I'll do this or that, and then they end up spending 5, 10 years chasing chasing the wind, chasing after things that probably are not going to work, or things that dissipate, or things that are get rich quick schemes, or the next big thing, or this that, and they get caught up and they get all out of left field. But another thing, as you age, you watch what other people are doing. You watch and you pay attention, and you say, I'm not going to make that mistake, or I'm not going to make that mistake. This guy got this girl pregnant. I'm not going to get a girl pregnant. This guy went off here and he started doing drugs, and I saw his progression. He started from cigarettes, then he went to alcohol, then he went to weed, then he went to pills, then he went to the harder stuff. And so you watch people's mistakes, and you also watch people's successes. This guy was over here, and he was just consistent. He worked this job. It's not the best job in the world, but it's a good paying job, and he was consistent. He got his credit right. He went and he got a home, and he was able to pay a mortgage because he's consistent. He's not a high profile, high roller, but he's consistent, and he was able to save a lot of money, and now he's out of debt. Now he's got a home and a good mortgage, and he's setting himself up for retirement, right? So pay attention to like people's mistakes, and then pay attention to people's successes. And as you go, you learn what um, you learn some positive things. You learn, uh, you know, what is beneficial to me, what is not. What kind of diet works for me? What kind of exercise program works for me? It's all about sustainability, and it's all about longevity. You might be able to be like, oh, I'm gonna have this certain kind of diet, and it might last a month or 2 months, and then it phases out. And a lot of times, what you'll notice is that people spend a lot of their time in phases. They're always in these different phases. Oh, I'm chasing after this thing. Now I'm chasing after this thing, and then eventually you don't have enough time to really, see. Stop and smell the flowers. You don't have enough time to enjoy life. Because you're always chasing something. You're never settled. You're never peaceful enough. So that would be one thing, and I think it's kind of akin, or it's a metaphor to like meditation, right? Why do people meditate? Because they want to stop everything. They want to stop the thoughts. They want to stop all the emotions. They want to shut down and just get to the baseline kind of homeostasis of the soul, if you will, right? They want to calm everything down and just chill, so they can just see everything for what it is. And then you start to, when you're at your baseline, things start to pop out to you. Oh, you know what? I need to go I need to go clean my room. Oh, you know what? Now that I'm cleaning my room, I realize I need a new mattress. Or you know what? Now that I need a new mattress, I realize I need a new bed sheet, or I need this, or like, certain things. And then there's still small things that will stand out. And I'm just using that as an example. I'm not saying it's all about cleaning your room, but I'm just using that as an example. Is like things will pop out to you. And if you're doing meditation, or you're having a spiritual journey, or I shouldn't say spiritual journey, you're tapping into your spiritual base. What you really, things will start to stand out to you. Oh, you know what? I've been talking to my sister wrong, or I've been treating this person wrong, or I've been, complaining too much, or I've been thinking too much negative thoughts, or I've been pessimistic. When you slow everything down and you get to your baseline, then you're able to recognize certain things like that. Whereas people are so fast, and they live life uh, so much in these phases that they don't have time to reflect. They don't have time to do any self self work, which is again reflection, slowing things down, making small improvements here or there, right? Oh, you know what? I need to clean this, or I need to uh, do this better. I need to adjust my attitude in this way. You know what? I need to be more on the ball. I need to be more consistent. I was successful here, but then I lost focus, and I went over here, but I need to get back to there, and regain focus. That's all part of success. But ultimately, I would just say the goal is peace. I would say the goal is to enjoy your life and to have as little stress as possible. If we're talking longevity, if we're talking 10, 20, 30 years down the road, which is what you should be looking at, as a man, you need to plan for your future in that way. What are the moves I can take to give me the least amount of stress? What are the moves I can take to give me the least amount of negativity or drama or whatever? And then you realize, hey, you know what? Is me going out here and chasing these dumb girls, these club girls, is me going out here and um, getting high with my friends, is me going out here and getting this cool, spending all my savings on this cool car instead of investing it, or instead of buying something that I really need, like a new mattress, which will help my back, or like, some weights so I can get in better shape, or some quality vitamins or something, you know what I mean? Like, instead, like, oh, I need to save up all my money so I can buy this cool car so I can be cool to like people who really don't even care about your future, people who all they care about is like some cool shoes, or like people who like go out and buy Jordans, or like, waste their money on certain, it's like what's going to last you for the rest of your life, as opposed to like what's something cool right now. That's the difference between a mature guy and somebody who's just kind of thinking in the moment, somebody who's just living in the moment, and moments pass, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, cool, I had this cool car for the last 5 years, and maybe it got me some fun, but now what do I have to show for it? I'm 25, and I'm in debt, or like, as opposed to like I could have saved that money and not been in debt, or I could have saved that money and bought a car that wasn't as expensive and invested in a business, and then I might have more money later on. It's like these smart little moves that a lot of times people, when they're young, they don't make, because they're impulsive and they don't have patience and they don't think long term. And this is what a parent should be telling you, particularly a father. A father should be telling you this type of advice. So you'll see a lot of people make mistakes, and then you can learn from those mistakes, but also, you can build in the right way, and you can build correctly if you know how to have patience, and you know how to have foresight into seeing what you really want in your future. Sit down and write things out. What do I really want? Well, hopefully one of the things should be peace. I want a peaceful environment. I want to be able to enjoy my life. I want to be able to have the leisure time to go and do this. So what type of job do I have to look for to do that? What type of job is not going to stress me out? What type of savings do I have to have? How do I save? How do I not waste my money? How do I not waste my time playing video games, or waste my time watching movies or HBO shows or something? Or like, how do I not get caught up in all the distractions, which are 24/7? There's distractions. Oh, this new thing, oh, this celebrity did this, or this new movie's coming out, or my friend's drama, or this girl, or all this distraction, when you just need to like get to your baseline. Meditate in the sense that you're going to your baseline and you're just blocking all that other stuff out. Or you're not even concerned about any of that. You're focused on what you need to do. You're thinking on what you need to do. Oh, you know what? I need to go over here and I need to do my exercises. I need to go over here and I need to, go have my peaceful time at the park, or walking at the beach. By myself, or like over here writing in my journal, or like taking care of my emotions, or like praying or reading the Bible, or you know confessing my sins, talking to God, like all these types of things which will help further your spiritual, emotional, your mental health, right? So many people are so focused on other things that are distracting that they don't have time for these core things. And then they wonder why they've never matured. They wonder why they hit 40 years old and they have the maturity of a 16-year-old. They wonder what happened to my life? Why am I so overweight? Or why am I so unhealthy? Or why? And it's like, well, you've been smoking, or you've been eating bad, or these things that you don't even think about because you never take the time to figure out what's right and what's good for you. And so that would be my advice, for a young person, is figure out what's good for you, write it down, and go with that.